I'm Evan Premo. I play double bass, and I was on show 68 in Portland, Oregon in 2002. And this is my wife, Mary, who I've met since then, and she's a soprano.
That's pretty chilly.
I grew up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, the UP, and I played folk music with my family from when I was 8 years old, and started playing bass at that age when my family's band needed a new bass player. And I had grown up very close to their other bass player who played washtub bass and then moved to upright bass, to double bass. It was a really great way to kind of see the region, to travel around with my family and to provide concerts, and it was a really fulfilling way to grow up. A couple days before we came out to Portland, they called and coached us through a little skit, my dad and I, about ice fishing, because my dad listens to NPR in the Ice Shack, and so they really liked that. So we went with it and had a great time recording that, and so that became a big part of the show, which was really fun.
Dad, I think there's something on your line there, Dad. Darn it! Would you grab that coat hanger antenna? I'm losing Sylvia the joke.
The air around was trembling bright and full of dancing specks of light.
A year and a half after the taping of the show in Portland, I went to the University of Michigan to study double bass there with Diana Gannett. And it was Welcome Week, and I was just going around to some different Welcome Week activities, and I was waiting at a bus stop. And there was this other freshman there, a beautiful girl, who was introducing herself to a bunch of people at the bus stop. And I said, who is this? So as we were kind of getting on the bus, she introduced herself to me. I introduced myself to her, and started telling her a little bit about my family and how we grew up, and how I grew up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and played folk music with my family.
So then I was thinking, and a couple hours passed, and I started putting these things together, NPR and folk music and ice fishing, and I realized that, oh, I heard Evan on From the Top when he was 17 years old, a year and a half previous. Every tree, a fairy sat and smiled at me.
Early on into our friendship, we wanted to play music together. That was very natural, a very natural progression.
'Twas in the moon of winter time, when all the birds had fled, that mighty Gitche Manitou sent angel choirs and
I find it to be incredibly rewarding. I think we know each other so well, and we appreciate one another so much as musicians and as people outside of music that a lot can happen in our music making that couldn't happen if we didn't know one another. Of course, there are always challenges, always, and the fact that we do know each other means that we can be honest with each other. As each of our egos sort of drops away, then we can really just get down to what we're doing, this music, and put our own personal feelings aside in some ways. Yeah. And it's incredibly rewarding. Yeah.